The soldiers arrived on a Tuesday. I remember that clearly. It was Tuesday, the day people went to the market. I was walking home with my mother. I was carrying vegetables. It was an ordinary day. Nothing special. Nothing important. Then a truck stopped near us. Japanese soldiers stepped out. There were 3 of them. They grabbed me. Just like that. They pulled me off the street. It was broad daylight. My mother screamed. She fought them. They struck her. She fell to the ground. I watched it happen. She was bleeding. She was crying. She was reaching out for me. The truck pulled away. I was in the back. There were 5 other girls with me, all about my age. 14, 15, 16. No one spoke. Everyone was crying. I had no idea where we were going. No one told us. The soldiers did not speak Korean. Or maybe they did. Either way, they ignored us. The truck kept moving for hours. Then for days. I lost track of time. They gave us water. They gave us a little food. Not much. Just enough to keep us alive. We finally arrived at a building. It looked like a warehouse. Or maybe a prison. It was hard to tell. There was barbed wire. There were guards. There were walls. They pulled us out of the truck. They lined us up. An officer walked past us. He looked us over. Like we were animals. Like cattle. He pointed at me and 2 other girls. These 3. Station 14. Station 14. I did not know what that meant yet. I would learn. They took me to a room. It was small. About 10 feet by 10 feet. There was a mat on the floor. A bucket in the corner. That was all. That was everything. A woman came in. She was older. She was Korean. She looked exhausted. Empty inside. Listen carefully, she said. I will explain this once. This is a comfort station. You are a comfort woman now. That is what they call it. Comfort. A gentle word for something terrible. Soldiers come here. You serve them. That is your job. That is your life now. How many? I asked. My voice was shaking. It depends on the day. 20, 30, sometimes 50, 50 men in one day. I said I could not do it. I said I could not. She told me I had no choice. She was right. I did not. The first soldier came an hour later. I was crying. I was begging. He did not care. He did not speak Korean. It ended in 5 minutes. He left. Another man came in right away. Then another. Then another. Then another. There were no breaks. There was no rest. They kept coming. One after the other. It felt endless. I stopped counting after 12. There was no reason to count. They were not stopping. This was my life now. By the end of the day, I could not walk. I could not stand. Everything hurt. Everything was bleeding. I lay on the mat. I stared at the ceiling. Tomorrow would be the same. And the day after that. And the day after that. This was my life now. This was all my life would be. I was not alone. There were hundreds of girls there. Thousands across all the stations. Korean girls. Chinese girls. Filipino girls. Girls from every place Japan had taken. All of us. The same nightmare. The same hell. I learned the routine quickly. I had to. Soldiers came from morning until night. Sometimes later. Sometimes they woke me at 3 in the morning. They were drunk. They were violent. They were angry about the war. I endured it. I had no choice. If I resisted, they beat me. If I cried too much, they beat me. If I did not act eager enough, they beat me. So I learned. I learned to pretend. To fake smiles. To fake sounds. To act like I wanted it. Anything to keep them from hitting me. I learned how to disappear. Not physically. In my mind. I was no longer there. I was back home. In my village. With my mother. Before the truck. Before everything. That was how I survived. It was my only escape. Some girls tried to run. I saw it happen. One girl made a break for it at night. She got past the first fence. The guards caught her before the second one. They dragged her back. They beat her in front of everyone. They broke her legs so she could not run again. Then they sent her back to work. Even with broken legs. The soldiers did not care. They complained she could not move properly. They said she was not enthusiastic enough. She died 2 weeks later. From infection. They buried her behind the buildings. No marker. No name. No record. I stopped thinking about escape after that. I became sick. Everyone became sick. Disease spread quickly when you were forced to serve 50 men a day. There was no protection. There was no medicine. There was no care. I became pregnant. Of course I did. It was unavoidable. The camp doctor performed an abortion. It was rough. It was painful. It was dangerous. There was no anesthesia. Only pain. So much pain. I survived. Barely. Some girls do not survive. I hear their screams coming from the medical room. Then it goes quiet. After that, the guards carry bodies outside. By then, I am 17 years old. I have been there for 3 years. 3 years. About 1,000 days of this life. Tens of thousands of men. Maybe more. I stopped counting after the first month. My body is ruined. There are scars inside and out. I can no longer have children. There is too much damage. Too many abortions. Too many infections. I am 17, but my body feels 60. The war is coming to an end. I can sense it. Fewer soldiers are coming through. The ones who do arrive are desperate. Angry. They know they are losing. They take that anger out on me. Japan surrenders in August 1945. I hear the guards talking. They are panicking. They argue about what to do with us. We are evidence. We are witnesses. We are a problem. At some stations, the girls are executed. Shot. The buildings are burned. The proof is destroyed. No one will know. No one will care. At my station, it does not happen. The guards simply leave. They abandon us. They run before the Allied forces arrive. I am free. Suddenly. Without warning. I am free. I walk out through the front gate. No one stops me. I am wearing the same clothes from 3 years ago. They no longer fit. I am thinner. Smaller. Broken. I start walking toward home. It is hundreds of miles away. I do not care. I walk anyway. It takes weeks. I beg for food. I sleep in ditches. I avoid people. I look sick. I smell bad. People stay away from me. At last, I reach my village. I am home. My mother is still alive. She sees me and runs toward me. She holds me. She cries. She cannot stop sobbing. She thought I was dead. She asks where I have been. I cannot tell her. I cannot. The shame is too heavy. If people knew, no one would ever marry me. I would be untouchable. Ruined. I tell her I worked in a factory making supplies for the war. It is a lie. She believes me. Everyone believes it. No one questions my story. But I am different now. Everyone can see that something is wrong. Something inside me is broken. I do not smile. I do not laugh. I speak very little. I have nightmares. Every night I wake up screaming. My mother asks what is wrong. I lie. I say I do not remember. But I remember. I remember every face, every room, every moment. I cannot forget it. I cannot erase it. I cannot move past it. I am 25 now. 8 years since liberation. I am not married. I cannot be. My body does not work the way it should. I cannot have children. What man would want me? I tell people I am not interested in marriage. I say I stay single to care for my aging mother. They accept that explanation. An unmarried daughter is easier than the truth. I turned 30. My mother dies. Now I am alone. Completely alone. I think about speaking out. I think about telling someone what happened. I know there are other women. Thousands of them. All with the same story. All staying silent. The shame is still too strong. The stigma never fades. People blame us. Not Japan. Not the soldiers. They blame us. For being impure. For being used. For being ruined. So I stay silent. Like the others. Thousands of women. Quiet. All broken. All forgotten. I am 50 when someone finally asks. A researcher. Someone documenting war crimes. Looking for women willing to talk. I say no. I cannot do it. After 36 years of silence, I cannot break it. Other women do. Brave women. They testify. They speak in public. They face the shame. They face denial. Japan says they are lying. They claim the stations never existed. That it is propaganda. The women have scars. Documents. Proof. Japan does not care. They deny it all. I watch from the shadows. I am thankful someone is fighting. I am too damaged to stand beside them. I am 65 when Japan finally admits something. Not fully. They issue vague statements. Words like regret. Not an apology. Not true acknowledgement. It is too little. Too late. Most of the women are already dead. They died in silence. They died in shame. They died without justice. I am 70 when I finally tell someone. My niece. She is young. She asks why I never married. Why I always seem sad. I tell her everything. The truck. The station. The soldiers. The 3 years. All of it. She cries. She holds me. She believes me. It is the first time in 56 years that someone knows. Someone understands. I die at 73. Quietly. Alone. In a small apartment. No one knows my story except my niece. There is no compensation from Japan. No apology. No recognition, no justice, only silence, pain, and memories that never fade. 14 years old, taken from the street, 3 years of hell, 56 years of silence. I survived, but I never truly lived again. And when I think about young people taken from their families and thrown into suffering they never chose, I think of others too. Boys in another war, pulled from ordinary lives and sent into trenches. Different war, the same stolen youth. If you like exploring history beyond the textbook, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more ahead.